Rudy Giuliani to Jenna Ellis. Here are Donald Trump's allies surrendering in Georgia. Lawyers Sidney Powell and Jenna Ellis also surrendered. EP Washington. 9 of 19 people accused of conspiring to disrupt the 2020 election in Georgia surrendered at state's notorious Fulton County Jail. Notorious for its poor conditions. The deadline for the surrender of all defendants, including former President Donald Trump, is noon on Friday. The office of Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labatt announced last week that the prison is open 24 hours a day and that people accused in a comprehensive indictment earlier this month can surrender at any time. Criminal photos of the 9 defendants who surrendered were taken and they were released on bail. These include prominent Trump allies such Rudy Giuliani and John Eastman, as well others who were part of the alleged plot. Labatt told CNN that unless other officials tell him otherwise, they will follow their normal practice, as if any other person was to blame. Trump is expected to surrender on Thursday, and he accepted the $200,000 bond. Here's a look at the defendants who surrendered to Georgia authorities. Rudy Giuliani. He allegedly made false statements about electoral in an attempt to persuade Georgia state legislators to appoint a roster of voters who supported the former president after the 2020 election. He faces 13 charges, including violating Georgia's Blackmail Influenced and Corrupt Organizations or RICO Act and inciting to violate the oath of public official. "This indictment is ridiculous," said Giuliani outside the Fulton County Jail after his arrest on Wednesday. Giuliani was released to stand trial in exchange for $150,000 in bonds, 10 of which he had to pay. Jenna Ellis, who served as a lawyer in the Trump campaign, allegedly appeared before different state legislators with Giuliani to make unfounded allegations about election. He accepted a $100,000 bond. According to CBS News, Ellis wrote on Platform X, formerly known as Twitter, that he still supports Trump and respects his actions during his tenure as president. John Eastman is a lawyer accused of supporting a strategy to find voters in battlefield states who support Trump. It is also alleged that he tried to task former Vice President Mike Pence with disqualifying real voters who supported Biden's 2020 victory. John Eastman needs to deposit $100,000 and $10,000 on the bond. The lawyer protested Tuesday through his lawyers, saying the indictment should never have been brought. Kathy Latham was a bogus Trump voter linked to allegations of violating voting systems in Coffee County, Georgia. He faces 11 charges, including first-degree forgery, attempted to present false documents and impersonating a public official. Latham's bond is set at $75,000. According to CBS News, Sidney Powell, a former Trump attorney, has been charged with making false election statements and allegedly tampering with voting equipment in Coffee